One day, a disciple came to his master and complained, "Master, I hate the person who slandered and tormented me so much that I cannot sleep. I absolutely cannot forgive him. What should I do?" The master gave the disciple an empty sack and a few potatoes and said, "From today, whenever you hate that person, write his name on a potato and put it in this sack, and always carry that sack on your back, whether you are sleeping or eating." The disciple did as the master said. Whenever he hated someone, the sack became heavier and heavier. After a few days, the potatoes began to rot. A terrible stench filled the air, and rotten water flowed down, making his back damp. Because of the heavy weight and the terrible smell, the disciple could not endure it. Eventually, before a week had passed, the disciple put down the sack and went to the master. "Master, I cannot do this anymore. My shoulder feels like it's going to pop out because it's so heavy, and I can't breathe because the smell is disgusting." Then the master smiled and said, "Look at that. The heart that hates others does not harm that person. It is precisely making your own body and mind rot. Now, put down that heavy, rotten sack." Are you perhaps carrying an invisible sack on your back right now? A spouse who disappointed you in past years, a friend who ran away with your money, in-laws who drove a nail into your heart. Are you still living while embracing rotten potatoes with their names carved on them? Many people are under a delusion. They think that if I hate and curse him, it will someday be revenge on him. But you are absolutely wrong. It is like drinking poison yourself and expecting the other person to die. The other person sleeps well with their legs stretched out, not knowing that you are grinding your teeth in pain all night. In the end, the only one who loses is me, who cannot sleep and boils inside. Today, I want to talk about how to organize resentment and hatred, the biggest enemies that make your old age sick. Now you must walk out of that terrible prison of the heart. First, forgiveness is not done for the other person. It is done solely for myself. We often think, I will forgive him only if he begs for forgiveness, but that person may not apologize until he dies. Then must I burn in this hellfire until I die? No. Forgiveness is not an indulgence that erases that person's sins. Forgiveness is a surgery to pull out the knife stuck in my heart. If you pull out the knife, it will bleed and hurt. But only then will new flesh grow and healing occur. If you keep it stuck, it will eventually fester, and I will die. Put down the sack, not because that human is pretty, but for me to live. Do not allow your remaining life to be ruined because of that person. Second, if you absolutely cannot forgive, do not struggle to do so. Just forgetting is the best revenge. If you try to forgive by force, Your illness from anger will only get worse. Stop asking the question, how can he do that? There are originally such people in the world. No one fights with poop just because they stepped on it while walking down the street. It is the best plan to just think, I stepped on something dirty, shake off your shoes, and go your way. Fire that person from inside your head. Make that person exit from the stage called my life. Indifference is the answer. Do not care whether that person lives well or poorly. There is no revenge that makes the opponent more miserable than me living happily and well. Third, the past that has passed is a bounced check. No matter how much you hold on to it, you cannot change it into cash. Do you know what regret we have the most when we get old? It is not the regret of, I should have endured back then, or I should have been nicer back then. It is the regret that I wasted my precious time with useless worries and hatred. Your remaining time is too short and precious to spend hating someone. This moment of looking at the flowers blooming outside the window and drinking a cup of delicious coffee is cash. Do not miss the certain happiness you can receive today because of the rotten past that has already passed. If you drive, looking only at the rearview mirror, an accident will eventually occur. Now, please look forward and go. Now I would like to finish the story. When you go on a trip, if your luggage is heavy, you cannot go far. At the end of the long journey called life, it is now time to reduce your luggage. The luggage of hatred, the luggage of resentment, the luggage of regret. Please put down that heavy and smelly sack right now at this time. And with those empty hands, pat yourself on the back. You suffered a lot hating all this time. Let's be comfortable now. If you empty your mind, peace finally comes to that empty space. I hope you do not hate anyone tonight and sleep comfortably.